Struggle is the precondition for growth. Without going through extended periods of hard work, sweat, and difficulty, we cannot move beyond our current level of performance. In a sense, struggle is a form of training. It prepares us and forces us to be ready for the next step. Struggle only ever becomes more. As we are facing harder and harder challenges, the amount of hardship we face only increases. It is our current struggle which prepares us for the next step. The moment we stop struggling is the moment that we stop taking on big enough challenges. Struggle and the corresponding improvement this leads to is a result of an ongoing process over many years. Nothing can ever be achieved quickly. Nothing can be done without years of hard work. Every single day, you get a little bit better. Every single year, you move closer towards your goals. Not always is that improvement as easily measurable as when it comes to running, though. Entrepreneurs might spend years working towards a goals and see hardly any visible improvement at all. But be sure that you are improving, as long as you continuously keep pushing forward. Green Brown goes one step further by saying that struggle is the natural state in which all human beings are in. The kinds of struggle may differ from one another, but we are all facing them. Nonetheless, struggle is unavoidable. Struggle is the natural state of affairs. The fact that you are struggling doesn't mean that something is wrong with you, whether you are struggling to make a living, live in constant fear of the future, or have no idea about your place in the world. All of these are normal parts of the process. There is nothing wrong with you. You are just as worthy of love, belonging, and success as anybody else. You need to look your struggles right into the face. You need to understand and constantly remain aware of how difficult things are going to be. And you will have to accept the fact that you will struggle. Once you've done that, everything will become possible because you will no longer complain about how difficult things are, because you are going to focus on doing the best work you possibly can, because you will become an unstoppable force of forward motion. Miracles are really just that. Somebody had the willpower and strength to keep pushing forward until they turned something seemingly impossible into reality. You can't just sit back, relax, and expect to get any particular results. Passing through the struggle is the one way in which you are going to deserve the right for yourself to be successful at what you do. There is no place for entitlement in entrepreneurship. Just because you did something once doesn't mean that you will do it again. Just because you have already built a reputation in your field doesn't mean that everything you do from this point onward will succeed. Every journey is its own struggle. Every meaningful project requires sweat of its own. Struggle is also inextricably linked to purpose. We struggle because we are working towards something meaningful, because we are on a mission of turning something greater than ourselves into reality. Projects like these are huge, so huge, in fact, that we can hardly even imagine them to ever turn into reality. That's why fear is our constant companion. It is a fear of the unknown, a fear of not knowing whether or not we are ever going to succeed at what we do, a fear that we are going to remain in this state of struggle forever. no such thing as a final win in life. Anything that promises so is a false promise, no matter what you achieve. There is always something more to go for. No matter how many difficulties you work through, there is always going to be more to face. Defeat is the normal condition. Failure is the norm. But then, fulfillment doesn't come from living in a happy paradise, exactly in the way you have envisioned it. Fulfillment comes from facing the struggle head-on and achieving little wins slowly over time. Fulfillment comes from looking back at your biggest struggles and realizing that this time wasn't so bad after all, and that you can now be proud of yourself, of having kept going despite all odds. Chances are you are going to fail. You are never going to achieve that which you have set out to do, and that is okay. The same reality exists for everybody who has a cause, which they are working towards. We can never know for sure whether or not we are ever going to make it. Knowing that you will struggle, and that you might struggle in vain, is a difficult pill to swallow, but not even trying is even more painful. Forever, you are going to live in regret. Forever, you will be asking yourself, what would have happened if only you tried, if only you kept going, if only you worked harder? Forever, you will be living in a world of regret and disappointment.